this in a game as a franchise record for the playoffs. Where do you think that came from all of a sudden?
Well, as I've said to nauseum, Doug, it's a make or miss league, and sometimes you move the basketball. At the end of the day, you don't make shots, and so now a guy has to create off the dribble. Tonight we made shots, and our shot preparation was better. We were ready to shoot the basketball, and we got too many good shooters not to shoot as well as we haven't earlier in the series. But it's a make or miss league, and now guys are making shots. Right, that's true. And again, that comes from getting a rhythm against some of their traps. It's some of the double teams, the ball's moving. But again, at the end of the day, at the end of it, you still got to be ready to shoot the basketball, and they get there so fast that. But tonight, I thought we had a better feel for it.
Bruce
Hart, the Toronto Star. Dwane, we talked at the shoot around about kind of a collective confidence when the ball goes in. It's easier for other guys. Did you see that happening tonight?
That goes to what Doug was saying. The ball was going around. One guy was ready to shoot it, and that kind of is contagious. Next guy, he catches it. He's ready to shoot it. And again, we have too many good shooters not to make shots. And I thought Serge come out and set the tone. He had a bad shooting night in Milwaukee the other day, and I thought he came out ready to shoot the basketball, and from there it was just contagious.
I just follow that. How much does Norm's confidence kind of help into that?
It's huge. He's a spark plug. I mean, he's a guy. He's an X factor. Again, so many times concerned about DeMar and Kyle, rightfully so. That next spark plug, that next guy, that next instigator is the guy. So in this series, he's been that X factor. Again, the next series may be next game, it may be a different story, but he's done an excellent job of playing off those two and taking what the game has given him, whether it's a three-point shot or attack to the basket.
Joseph
Cacharo, the scorer. Dwane, it's obvious what Norm's done on the offensive end, but how is going smaller change the way you guys have maybe defended Giannis or just defended in general, swapping out a big for a wing?
Well, it doesn't change a lot. I mean, the initial matchup is still the same, and what we're doing with him is still the same. The speed of our transition defense is helped immensely. I think that's where it starts. We're getting back. He's still, I don't know how many layups and dunks he had. We'll have to chart those, but we have more bodies back and give ourselves a better chance of having a number of guys back in front of him in transition. He's a handful. It's not one guy, but Norm's speed helps that.
Arden
Dwelling Sportsnet on your left, Dwane. Kyle's back was clearly bothering him. What did you think of how he handled that limitation?
I thought he handled it well. He needed a sub there for a split second. It kind of caught on him a little bit. I thought he played through it. So again, he's a tough kid. You're gonna have to take an arm and a leg off of him before you keep him from playing. But I thought he fought through it. And your back is no joke. It's one of those things that affects everything, whether your defense, your offense, or whatever it is. But I thought he played through it as well as to be expected.
Steve
Simmons, Toronto
far
Star.
right.
Is it complicated in a game like that when you have a player with a bad back and he's lying on the ground and you're putting him in, knowing when you can use them, when you can't, how much?
Yeah, it's very difficult because I kept checking with him during the game. How are you feeling? How you doing? How you feeling? So you got to go on him, his feeling, how he's feeling before you react. Because then if you leave him out too long, his back stiffens up even more. So that's what we had to watch also. But we was going on feel of how he felt. Again, he's a tough kid, and we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Charles
Charles Gardner, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Dwane, I wanted to take you back to draft night in 2015, and you guys took Norman Powell with the 46th pick in the second round, a pick the Bucks traded to you, and for Grievous Vasquez, as you probably remember. But what did you guys like, and were you targeting him in that round and looking for a trade so you could get him?
Our scouts did a great job, Messiah and Jeff. They did a great job. He had a great workout here. I remember his workout, I think it was on a Saturday morning. He came in and just was a very physical and tough kid, and we needed toughness. And he's the kind of player that can play in a playoff-type game. just his mental toughness, his physical toughness, and he's a great example of a four-year young man, excuse me, four-year young man that went through college. He's got his life together on and off the floor. He's mature. Most young kids would have crumbled with his rotation that he had. He started when DeMar DeRozan was out. He stayed ready. He worked his butt off with the coaches, stayed professional, stayed positive, and was ready when his number was called.
Just one quick follow, but you guys were looking to try to get him somehow in that second round, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know the particulars of it. You have to talk to Masai and Jeff on that trade, but he was the guy that we really wanted in that situation. And, again, I'm glad we got him.
Back right to Michael.
Michael Grange from Sportsnet. Dwane, how valuable is it for you to see that score sheet and so many guys in double figures, and it's not just two guys kind of carrying the load? What does that mean for your team's mindset going into game?
Well, it's got to be a confidence builder, Michael, in the fact that, now guys, they know when they give the ball up that player has an opportunity to score or has a good rhythm going, and that made those 28 assists a lot easier, when that ball's zinging around and you're not afraid to give it up, or is he going to catch it, what's he going to do with it? I thought guys made excellent decisions out of the double team, out of the trap. And, everybody that caught it was ready to play, ready to either drive it, pass it, or shoot it. And that's been our Achilles heel the first few games, is our shot preparation, our readiness to play. Where we have a 0.5 rule that we haven't been sticking to that very much until tonight.
Two more questions. Eric on the left.
Eric Crane from The Athletic.
Left side.
One of those guys who got hot tonight was Damari Carroll, and he had sort of struggled before this. What allowed you to maintain confidence and faith in him, and what did you see from him tonight?
You don't lose. You can't be on a roller coaster every game in the playoffs. It's got to be the guys that got you here. You may make changes, but a guy may have a bad stretch, but you still have to roll with him. And I thought Damari started off the game well. He had a tough stretch there in the middle, but I thought he bounced back in the second half, big time. And guys gonna, they're not gonna forget how to play. They may have a tough stretch, and somebody may step up a couple of games and play well, but that doesn't mean that guy who subs for, like Jonas. I thought Jonas came in tonight and really, really played well. And, just because Norm is starting in front of him doesn't mean he's not a very, very important part of our team. It takes 15 guys. That's why you have 15 under contract. And, there's going to be a night or a game or a series that, somebody, it's going to be their turn. And it's up to us to try to find that matchup or that guy who's going to make the difference.
Final question to John on the right.
John Sherman, NBA.com.
Yeah.
DeMar's had bigger scoring games. Have you ever seen him make the right reads so many times in a game before?
That's, I think, something that people have underestimated DeMar, and I've said it all year. He's gotten so much better at playing out of the pick and rolls, out of traps. So many people are so ready to trap him now, and now that he's making good decisions, the guys, again, at the end of the day, are making plays and making shots out of the double teams. It makes him look even better. So I thought Serge and JV made great reads out of the double team. DeMar made great reads out of the pick and roll. Excuse me. And he's been doing that. And but tonight, guys made shots, made plays out of it. And he's grown so much every year. First year, it was just running the pick and rolls. Then it was playing against the traps in the double team in the low post. He's probably one of our better low post players. And now he's developed into an excellent pick and roll player, a quasi point guard. And it also allows Cal to spot up on the other side. So DeMar has grown each and every year in every phase of his game.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.